those projects should be ranked and funded and all of that, we realized pretty immediately we had enough money available to fund about one of them. So in a pretty smart move, the Board of Commissioners split what had been proposed to be an annual budget over 2 years. What that's going to allow us to do is, A, it allowed us to fund all but 4 of the applications that came in for the transient lodging tax grants, and it allows us to establish a mechanism of objectivity to, A, grade grants when they come in and choose projects, so we know if they're effective, and have evaluation methods afterwards, both in the form of monetary, people coming in, and like David said, good experience on those, what we were used to refer to as the shoulder seasons, what I want to refer to as the opportunity seasons. How can we keep our jobs year round and not just in the summer?
Thank you. Jennifer? It's good that we didn't lower your chair.
I still can't touch the ground.
So the transient lodging tax has really provided Tillamook County with a significant opportunity, and it has done so in a couple of ways. It's expanded our capacity to take advantage of other funding sources, and one of the things that I think this question is asking is, as we're awarding recipients grant funding, how do we ensure that they are investing the money the way that they promised they would invest the money, and how do we track the success of that investment? And I'm not sure that those mechanisms have been built into the grant award process as effectively as it possibly could be. I have a number of years of experience in grant administration, both in awarding grants as well as managing grant funding, and one of the critical pieces is demonstrating an accountability to the funds that you've received. I also think that one of the opportunities that the TLT provides our community is to build capacity and access other funding sources. And I'd like to explore ways to use the TLT funds for their matching capacity, so that we are building upon the funding that is coming into this community, which only grows our ability to invest that in our infrastructure and in our programs to expand what we have to offer as Tillamook County.
Okay, so the mix goes on.
That's low tech, and the other thing is high tech. Number 6.
So number 6, tell us about a Tillamook County committee you have worked on and the real accomplishments you made as a leader in that committee.
I've served on a few committees, but I think probably the thing I'm the most proud of is my time as mayor. One of the things that I have to say, I've also served, I was asked to serve on the board of the Tillamook Estuaries Partnership and on the Tillamook Bay Watershed Council. Both times was to help the process because they had a board member that was not allowing the process to continue. And one thing I'm really good at is getting people together and moving forward. But I truly think what I'm most proud of are the 19 years of being part of Bay City and making sure that our city stayed focused. We've grown, we get along, we've got a positive council, and I couldn't be prouder. So if I were going to say, I work full time. I work 50 plus hours a week, but I've always got enough time for what I'll call my committee, my city.
Thank you. Jenna.
As I mentioned in my opening remarks, I'm currently the vice chair of the Tillamook County Futures Council. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Futures Council, it's an advisory committee to the county commissioners, really intended to be the steward of the strategic vision for Tillamook County, which is based on what citizens think are important for the future of Tillamook County. Now, the strategic vision was originally written in 1997. I think we can all agree that the face of Tillamook County has changed significantly since 1997. It was actually written as a 2020 strategic vision and updated in 2007. I've had the privilege of serving the Futures Council as a project coordinator, part-time paid staff. Then after I moved into employment with Tillamook County, I became a community advisor to the Futures Council in the area of natural environment. And then after a time, I was then appointed as an appointed member of the Tillamook County Futures Council. The Futures Council has 12 appointed members representing not only the geographic areas of Tillamook County, but also the varying interests of Tillamook County. The strategic vision has 6 categories. The categories are natural environment, growth and development, health and human services, the economy. Now I'm going to put myself on the spot and I'm going to miss one. Youth and education, and society and culture. And as a county commissioner, we're responsible to represent a variety of issues and be able to speak to a variety of issues. But most importantly, and why I'm so proud of the work that the Futures Council does, is it's an opportunity for the citizens of Tillamook County to communicate, number one,